Hi and welcome to the Urban Seer Pick a Card reading. Thank you for being here today. I've laid out the 3 piles, so if you just want to take a moment and meditate on the images and the messages and see which one resonates the most for you, and that will be your reading. So I'm using the Esther and Jerry Hicks Asking It Is Given cards here. So pile number 1. I am becoming consciously aware of my inner being. Pile number 2. Nothing happens without my having invited it. And pile number 3. Why is it taking me so long? So I'll just give you a minute, like I say, to see which cards resonates, and then you can look down in the information below to click on the timeline and take you to your reading. Hi pile number 1 and welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start off with the initial card that drew you to this pile. So I'm become consciously aware of my inner being, and I'll just read the words on the back here of the card. So it says, we refer to that non-physical you as your inner being or your source. It is not important what you call that source of energy or life force, but it is important that you are consciously aware of when you are allowing a full connection to it and when you are restricting it in some way. So what that initially suggests to me is that maybe you're on a journey at a point in your life where you are connecting more to your inner being, that you're making steps on your spiritual path, and that this has become more of a focus for you. Like this card mentions, it doesn't really matter what you call it, your inner being, source, the universe, God. There are many different names for this, but it's encouraging you to continue on that path, or if you don't feel connected to that, then maybe it's asking you to focus more on that, to go inwards, to find the answers that you're looking for. And to move on to your tarot cards here, so I'm using the Guardian of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinane. Some really beautiful images here, and at the center of your reading you have the King of Wands. Now, my initial intuition told me that this was someone other than yourself in your life who is a powerful character and has quite a lot of influence, dominance over you. So it could be a partner, it could be a parent or a boss even. This person is, like I say, they're strong in character, they've got a lot of energy, they're decisive. They can have quite a temper though, maybe as well, and there's some element of maybe that you want to keep them happy. They could be like a mentor, but they certainly are a strong figure in your life, and they are a strong character as well. And what's crossing the center of your reading is we have the Sun card here. So the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. It speaks of happiness, of joy, the warmth in our lives, the things and the people that bring us joy. And I think that's what this person brings you. And when things are going well, when you're getting along, that's when you're at your most happiest. And even that I'm hearing you want to make them happy as well. And so that's kind of double-edged when your own happiness is dependent on another. So that's something to be mindful of, but I feel like that's this dynamic between you and this powerful person in your life. Underneath, so we have the Two of Pentacles here, so that is again speaking of a union. The Two of Pentacles speaks of a balancing act as well, of having to juggle. I feel like that this can feel like this relationship can feel like a juggling act at times, and you're in a way like we're juggling, I'm seeing an image, keeping the balls up in the air, keeping the plates spinning, keeping everyone, keeping this person happy. And when things are good, again, that the energy flows. Lots of good things can come from this. Maybe you can be very productive, or you if for at work, perhaps maybe there's great work that's been done, or if it's a love relationship, then when it's good, it's really good. But there is this sense of having to work quite hard to keep it running smoothly, and it's demanding a lot of energy and a lot of effort from you, which maybe sometimes you might feel a bit resentful of even. And above here we've got the King of Swords, and this position is what's crowning the reading, and I actually feel like that this is you in this dynamic. So the King of Swords is someone that speaks the truth. They also have a powerful, but in a different way to the Wands energy. The Swords are more reserved, they are rational, they will think before acting, and there's a lot of composure in this card, a lot of holding back involved as well, which I think you're having to do with this energy. Like there is quite this owl here we can see is balanced on this sword, and what's coming across from when I'm looking at this image is like that again, the balancing act, the juggling that you're involved in, and you are in a position of power also, but it can maybe feel at times that you can't be your full self, that there is part of making this dynamic, this relationship work, is that you play this certain role, the rational, the thinking, the less emotional role, and that can be sometimes paint yourself into a corner with that, and so I feel like it's just commenting on that. In the looking to the past here, so we've got the Knight of Cups, which is a really beautiful card here. We've got this stunning swan and this offering, this gorgeous gold cup here, the Knight of Cups, and I think this is this fantastic offer that you got that was in the past, that was connected to this person, maybe a job offer, or like I say, a new relationship, something where it began, really, where this relationship began, and how there's lots of beauty in this card. And the Knight of Cups represents a really special offering, so that's when we look to the past, that's what we can see, that it was something, a really beautiful offering that you took, and that was the right thing to do at that time as well. So looking more to the present, so we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is, we can see here, the turtle who is going upstream. So it feels like things have become a bit more of a struggle. And I feel like some doubts have creeped in this relationship, in this dynamic between you and this King of Wands. And it's feeling from this beautiful Knight of Cups offering, that kind of energy moving more onto feeling like this is taking a bit more effort from you, and it can be a bit more of a drain. Now, always the advice in this card as well is you can't fight the current. Like they always advise you, makes me think of something that I was reading about, if you ever get caught up in a current in the ocean, in deep waters, and the worst thing that you can do is fight against the current, that you will quickly become exhausted, you'll then panic, and then get into some serious trouble. Where the advice is, if you can cut across the current, if you have the strength, if you're a strong enough swimmer to cut across the current and get to shore, that would be the number one first choice. But if you haven't got the skills or the strength even, then you just need to go on your back and float and go with the current, and normally it won't take you that far out, and you will pop out the other side and come and get released from that current. So if you just go with it, you will get spat out from it basically, and you'll be okay. And I feel like that, you know, me remembering it that now, and when I'm seeing this card now, and I think that's advice for you if you're feeling uncertain. Basically, should I stay, should I go, what do I need to do to sort of some kind of panic maybe setting in between this dynamic, am I doing something wrong? And at the moment I feel like that you're not in the correct energy to like be making any decisions, and that there's something about not resisting the current and kind of letting go in with the flow as much as you can at the moment. So external energies here in this position, so we've got the moon, we've got this kind of wily looking wolf looking in this city setting, looking into a bin there. But I think the moon basically can a lot of the time can feed into insecurities, worries, mysteries, hidden things, and I think that's what potentially what this situation and this person's energy is bringing at the moment, and it's feeding into your insecurities and anxieties. Perhaps they're not being as straightforward as they have been in the past about expressing their feelings, about communication. Things could have gone quiet. You may feel that they've taken a step back in some ways. And the moon again speaks of going back, like this card, to you really need to go and feed back into your inner being and to your intuition, and not to look outside for that kind of reassurance that you're needing and looking for. You're not going to get it at the moment, it's just not going to happen. But really the main message from this, because of the position, because it's external influences, so this is people around you, I feel like there's this element of something being hidden from you, which is fueling some kind of insecurity in you, and maybe not feeling like you know where you stand. So that can be really quite difficult. So moving forward onto the future and kind of the advice here. So we've got the Three of Pentacles here. And what I'm seeing is that you're going to shift from this kind of moon energy of where you're at now and this kind of uphill struggle and that I'm seeing in some ways, to the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. So I feel like you are going to come back together it's going to feel more of an even give and take, and the essence of collaboration, of feeling that kind of union feeling again, of working together. So if it is a work thing, that there's some equality more that's restored. If it's been feeling a lot like everything has just been kind of a bit of a one-way street prior to this. And with the Three of Pentacles, things just become productive again. You get your traction back, things start moving forward, there's more energy in the situation, and it's more healing and giving to you as well. So this is a really hopeful card. And this is a strong energy. I think that this person is appearing as this image here. So this very, again, kind of strong energy, but they seem a lot more present in this card as well. So it's almost like that they're back, that their focus is back on whatever the situation is, work, relationship, like I say, that you feel like their presence is back. And you know, all eyes in this card are these wolves here, and from them all eyes are on you, but in a really positive way. So everyone's kind of back in the room and you're able to move forward with that. And finally here we've got, and so if you continue as you are now on this journey, and focus your energy inwards at the moment until the energy externally kind of shifts for you. It's kind of very reassuring in that way that, you know, you just need to focus on your own energy, staying calm, staying centered, and trusting that things will even out, and you will come out of that, the current that you're in at the moment. And then we've got the Eight of Wands, which is about fast moving energy. So I feel like if things have been quite stagnant as well, that the Eight of Wands, it's information comes in quickly, things start moving fast. So this is something to be prepared for in the future as well, of like maybe now that you say you're in this kind of more stagnant hard work energy, once things shift and this person energy becomes present and comes back to you, then things are going to start moving fast, and you're going to get a lot of communication from maybe having very little. Suddenly you're getting a lot of information, maybe quite a lot to take in, and kind of be ready for that as well. And if that's how you kind of want to respond to that, I suppose, maybe potential warning not to get swept up into it, or if you're up for it and you're happy, that it's kind of like you need to be ready to go. We've got this really powerful bird energy here as well, so taking flight. So yeah, there's certainly going to be an energy shift there. So I'm just going to pick one final card now. So this is the medicine card deck, and it's has power animals here with their energy, and I just want to bring a little bit more, any final messages for pile number one and their question at this time, and see what comes through. Okay, so we've got the links here, 18. Just going to look in my book here. It is said that if you want to find out a secret, ask Lynx Medicine. Unfortunately, it is difficult to get the silent lynx to speak. To be confronted by the powerful medicine of lynx signifies that you do not know something about yourself or others. If you have pulled the lynx card, you can be sure that secrets are afloat. If this is your personal medicine, you should listen to your higher self. Be still and pay attention to the revelations you receive, either in the form of mental pictures or through a high singing voice in your inner ear. Perhaps you will receive information in the form of omens. You can be sure that Mother Earth is signalling to you in some manner. If Lynx is at your door, listen. Brother or sister Lynx can teach you of your personal power and of things you have forgotten about yourself. Lynx can lead you to lost treasures and connect you to forgotten brotherhoods or sisterhoods. So again, I think it's referring back to the moon here, and some hidden truths that you're experiencing at the moment, and you know that you don't have the full picture or the information from this person, and at this time it's really important, and all that you can do is to go inwards and get in touch with your own power and your own intuition, and you'll find the answers there. And really just wait for that as well. In the meantime, wait until this energy shifts here with the Three of Pentacles, and then moves on to the fast moving Eight of Wands. Okay, I hope this reading was helpful for you, pile number one, and that you enjoyed it. If you did, if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be great, and I hope to see you again. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. So initially we're going to start off with the card that you were drawn to, of card number two, which says nothing happens without my having invited it. And this is from the Esther and Jerry Hicks deck, Asking It Is Given, So we'll just read the message on the back as well. So, when you understand the law of attraction, you are never surprised by what occurs in your experience, for you understand that through your own thought process, you have invited every bit of it in. Nothing can occur in your life experience without your invitation of it through your thought. And looking at your tarot cards here and your reading, the kind of first initial energy that I got was this very strong at the center of the reading. You have the Emperor card, so that someone has come into your life which has had quite a significant impact on you, or this could be something you're potentially attracting into your life, maybe a new relationship or something that you're desiring. It could even be a new job, or there's some specific experience that you're really needing and focusing at the moment. This is coming across as a specific person that will be coming into your life or is already into your life, and I feel like maybe you've attracted it into your life already and you're not quite sure what to do next or what to do with it. Like it's almost taken you by surprise, and this person has taken you by surprise. They're with the Emperor, they're always a very strong character. They can be quite dominant, and maybe there's an element of this might be too strong, but it's almost like a sense of feeling some intimidation. We've got this kind of ram here, but it looks almost like a lamb here in this card, and I feel like this is maybe how this person can make you feel, which, you know, isn't the case at all, that you would be sort of less powerful than them, or less strong than them, or less decisive, less intelligent, all these things. But sometimes these people come into our lives and we're obviously naturally impressed by them, and then this can sort of throw us off course and have us maybe feeling a little bit small. What's crossing the situation, the center of your card here, we do have Judgment again as well. So I'm kind of feeling this in the literal sense, that maybe it's kind of put you in a position of self-judgment as well. This snake here is shedding a skin, this card, and it has a transformational element to it as well. So maybe you've wanted change for some time now as well, and this person feels like it's connected to maybe a new chapter of your life, but it's kind of with that element as well, has got you maybe feeling a bit like you're not enough and you want to be someone else. This kind of beautiful transformed snake here, leaving the past behind. And it almost feels like with this card that it's like you can't get away from your past quick enough. You can't wait to be someone else. You can't wait to have this new life that you've desired and longed for and intended for so long. And now that it's here, it's like maybe you feel like you're not good enough for this new situation or this new person. It could as well, actually, what's just come to mind with the Emperor, it could be a new role, like a new career position and offering, that suddenly it's like getting a promotion, or getting a manager role, and it's suddenly like, oh goodness, like I've wanted this for so long and now I'm here. Can I actually do it? Can I actually fill these boots? Can I do this thing that I've wanted for so long? It can be quite scary. So it's like some situation that you've wanted for so long, or something, someone that you've wanted for so long, and now it's here, and it's like, okay, now I actually have to do it. So underneath the reading here, though, we have the Queen of Wands, and I think this is coming through really strong as your energy, and actually that you totally have the skills. You are that person. The Queen of Wands is charismatic, is speaks very well, is popular, is determined, has really positive, strong fire energy. And it's really to remember what got you here, what brought in this opportunity, what brought in this person, this new role, whatever it might be, what resonates for you. But remember why you've got this is because of what you've done in the past, and the past is nothing to be ashamed of or to feel like you're not good enough at all. And this is a real strong reminder to say you are that person who can fulfill this role, can fulfill this position, and you're more than qualified. You're more than good enough for this person, for this role. And the Nine of Pentacles, so this is a position of crowning the reading, and this is about, it can speak of financial independence. So if it was a new job role, that it's going to bring in that financial independence and wealth, with it being Pentacles. So it can be quite literal in that sense as well. Maybe financial freedom that you've always wanted and always dreamed of, maybe thought was not possible, and now it's arrived, now it's here, it's happening. And so that's hugely positive and give you the independence as well. If it was a person, maybe it feels it could be a potential warning not to keep some independence as well for yourself. Remember who you are. Don't give your power away to someone else. Don't give your power away to a situation as well. So meditate on that. Remember that. Don't lose yourself in another person or in a situation. Kind of remember who you are and all the steps that you've taken to get where you are, really. All those things that you've built and worked hard for. So in the past we've got the King of Cups. King of Cups is someone or a situation that, what I'm getting from this energy is feeling quite overwhelmed, almost like a situation that got quite messy. And maybe that you've lost yourself in before. Maybe past situations or past people have emotionally overwhelmed you through the King of Cups is not always the best at communicating. It can get murky. That's what I'm getting from this situation. It's had a really powerful impact on you and influenced your future decisions and kind of propelled you to, maybe you felt like after a relationship in the past, you know, that things, obviously past relationships can really change who we are, and you can feel like I'm never going to put myself or let myself get put in that position again. Or it could be with another job company, you know, things got murky, boundaries got overstepped, you lost yourself again. You know, we can get burnout from work as well, like 100%. You can get drowned in, you know, with it being the King of Cups, drowned in a situation of work and lose yourself again, give too much. That's really generally what I'm seeing from this card, and which is now in the past, but it was a situation, a relationship, or a person or a situation that demanded too much of you and kind of pushed you into this place of never again. And then you've brought in this new energy, this more positive energy, but there's a big shift here from now, what's coming in. So it may already be here, or it may be coming in your near future. That's gonna really kind of gonna leave this murkier, like negative situation for you in the past. But that did knock your confidence, and maybe links up to this kind of self-doubt that seems to be a thread that's going through, that this personal situation is bringing up in you. We can see from the future here, we've got the Two of Wands, which this is giving off really good energy, really good vibes here of this union. So between this Emperor, I think this situational person, is that the future does include this energy, so this person or this situation. And the Two of Wands is really about the future. It's looking ahead, looking onto horizons, being able to actually look ahead rather than just maybe you felt like you've been looking to the past quite a lot, and you finally were able to look to the future and make some plans and things look brighter. So it's that kind of energy, that moment of you've got what you wanted, and then you're able to actually plan, that planning stage, and really look at what this opportunity can bring you, and the energy feels expansive. And also these lions in this picture here, they look really calm to me, satisfied. There's the element of fulfillment that we're in this together. So maybe you felt quite alone as well. This Nine of Pentacles, it's wonderful, this independence, but it's also really nice to feel part of a union and to feel that support. So that's what I'm getting for you in the near future. And then again, moving on to external energy, so energies around you, is we've got the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is an offering. So we can see this creature here. I'm not quite sure what it is actually. It looks like a beaver type energy. But they have a cup here, so it's an offering. Which I think is a card of reassurance that this person or this job offer that, or this person that's come into your life, this opportunity is real. So this offering is the real deal. It's not you know, this self-doubt might make you question that it's kind of like doomed to go wrong, or you know, really from your past, bringing your past into bringing that kind of baggage from the past into the future of self-doubt, which really is only natural. But I think this is reassurance that this is good energy, and this is a legit offering, and it's okay to accept that. And this next chapter, this next stage is the right next move for you. Again, this is, so we've got the Devil in a position of hopes and fears, and I think this is your past again coming in, that you're scared of once again getting lost in this situation, and you know, that's fair warning to be mindful of that. The Devil card is about getting sucked into negative situations, like the epitome of, like, say, a toxic relationship, of feeling like addicted to someone or addicted to work, you know, workaholism again, and our self-worth being tied up in another person or a situation, and how unhealthy that can get. And I feel like you're super conscious of that and super fearful of that, and that's okay. But also at the same time, you need to move on, need to move forward and take a chance at times as well, like in order to really live your life to the fullest. And this opportunity has come in, and don't let those fears of the past and that negative experience and your self-doubt ruin something that is the real deal, that is something positive, and really feels that I keep hearing next chapter, next chapter. It's kind of like this urgency to move on. And then we've got the Ace of Swords here as well, and the Ace of Swords is pure clarity. So I feel like that you are going to, if you keep moving forward with this situation, keep moving through the doubts, keep moving through that, managing those emotions, and understand that this is something that you've wanted. So if you go back to nothing happens without my having invited it, so you have control in this situation. And the Ace of Swords is about clarity in our mind, clarity in our thinking. So I feel like that you will maybe receive, you need a bit more information on this, a bit more time, and that's totally understandable, but you will reach a point where you feel much clearer about this situation, and you will start to have some confidence. Like, this feels like such a positive card, just cutting through that doubt and those murky emotions, and sort of this King of Cups here and the Devil here. It's just this sword here on these lilies, these sort of fresh pure white flowers here, and this kind of celebration here, this sword crowned there. So I feel like something will shift for you, and it will be quite sudden, actually, will be quite quick. I think it might be a kind of missing piece of information. Maybe someone will say something to you, or you'll have a specific experience and you'll think, oh, actually, like, that's the reassurance that I was looking for. To hear someone say like something they were reassuring, or like positive feedback or communication just comes through to you, or some information or news, and I feel like that's going to make a shift for you and kind of settle your nerves and your doubts in this situation. I'm just going to pull any last final messages from this is medicine cards. So they have like power animal symbols in here. So any final messages? Any final messages for pile number 2, please? Any final messages for pile number 2? Any final messages? Pile number 2. Okay, so we've got the antelope come through, 37. So just give me one moment. Okay, so regarding antelope here, it says, always listen to what antelope has to say to you. Antelope in your cards indicates a message of higher purpose. Antelope arms you with the bow of authority and forces you to act on behalf of self, family, clan, nation, and finally Mother Earth. Antelope says, do it now, don't wait any longer. Antelope knows the way, and so do you. Take courage and leap. Your sense of timing is perfect. When antelope has bounded into your cards, the time is now. The power is you. So I think this is some like really amazing confirmation here for you as well, that the time, when I was speaking of the next chapter, so the time is now, and antelope is encouraged, it appears here to encourage you to do that. Hold on to your Queen of Energy, Queen of Wands energy. So hold on to your power. You have the power. The time is now. So I hope you've enjoyed your reading, pile number 2, and that it was helpful for you. If you did enjoy it, if you can give me a thumbs up below, that would be great. And I hope to see you again here soon. Thank you. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So we'll first look at the card that initially drew you to this reading, with the quote, why is it taking me so long? So I'll just read what it says on the back of this card. So this is the Ask and It Is Given deck. The only reason you have not already received what you desire is because you are holding yourself in a vibrational pattern that does not match the vibration of your desire. So that really speaks of, initially, obviously, that there may be a situation that you have longed for, that you feel frustrated about the time that it's taking. And this card encourages you to center yourself as much as possible, to align with that energy. Timelines, of course, can be situations that are out of our control, and that we can really only go within in these times of gaps of when we feel ready for things but they're not quite here yet. And if we look at what's at the center of your reading, we've got the King of Swords here, and I feel like this is your energy. So the King of Swords is someone who has clear opinions, who is good at communication. They can come across as quite tough and reserved. And also this energy, this card with the King of Swords, I feel like in relation to for you specifically, that it can feel like that you're in a position that is restricted, that you're having to maybe even watch what you say in your communications, that you're having to, they're on this perch here, this sword, that can feel a small space, a restrictive space. That's what I'm just getting, this energy, this sense of constriction that you are feeling now, and this frustration that you're feeling in a situation. So this could be in a job, it could be in a relationship, a family, you know, it can apply to whatever in your personal situation it is now. But I'm feeling like that even you have power in this situation, but at the minute it's feeling kind of like it's too small, this space for you, and you want to break out and you want to grow. What's crossing it though is you've got a lot of, I just wanted to say, quite a lot of major arcanas here as well in this deck. So it's something big is going on at this thing that you're waiting for, this thing that you're manifesting and working on. So the Magician, the epitome of manifestation. You are manifesting it, you have manifested it, it's out there in the universe, it is heard, it's on its way to you. Like this is confirmation here with the Magician. But this card always with this deck, so this is the Guardian of the Night Tarot deck. And this Magician always looks quite fed up to me here, like he's tired of waiting. But he's actually, this wand is the light is here, it's activated, it's sparked, it's the magic here is flying, the messages are being activated and have been sent out by you. Like you are doing magic and you are making it happen, you are having an impact, but you're just in this gap of in the timeline, this kind of the calm before the storm. And it really is about having patience and having faith, that it is on its way to you. And I think that's a clear message from this card here. And underneath here we've got the Ten of Cups, which is about fulfillment in every way, really, financially, emotionally. Ten of Cups is all your dreams have come true. So again, another really wow positive message, and that this is the bottom of this desire to you. Like that's how important it is, that's how much of a big deal it is to you at this moment, of that it kind of means everything to you. That's what I feel. So of course there's going to be, if it's not quite arrived here, there's going to be feelings of maybe even panic, but of doubt, of frustration, like I mentioned before, like why isn't it here, when is it coming, I've done this and this, like I've done everything that I can to make this happen and it's still not here, like what is going on. But this Ten of Cups here again, and it being at the bottom of the reading, the grounding, the underneath, like the universe source like gets the importance of this and understands, like, and it is being taken seriously. That's what I'm hearing. It's like we get it, we understand, we hear you. Like I know it's quiet now, but like we do, we have heard you. Don't ever doubt, don't ever fear that we aren't listening. We're always listening, and we understand how important this is to you. So hear that. What's crowning the situation is the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this is the energy that you're wanting to move into, and that you feel like you're going from this kind of restrictive, it feels boring, it feels small, you feel silenced, this King of Swords, to the Queen of Wands, which is confident, outgoing, popular, charismatic, expansive, fiery, passionate. It's kind of the antithesis of the opposite of the King of Swords. King of Swords has great powers and wonderful skills, but really all you can think about, all you're focused on, is this Queen of Wands energy. You don't want to be this anymore. You want to be Queen of Wands already. You know that this is who you can be, and you know that this situation, this thing that you're waiting for, is going to bring you that. And what I would say is that with manifestation, if you kind of, if you believe in that, or aligning with those kind of energies, is becoming this now, like not being in that waiting energy, but trying as much as you can to move into that Queen of Wands energy. Don't wait for a situation or for a person to allow you to be that person that you want to be. The Queen of Wands, embody the Queen of Wands energy as much as you can. Do things that light you up. Speak your truth where you can appropriately. You know, just play into that kind of passions and follow that passion within yourself in ways wherever you can in the situation that you feel stuck in, and still try and embody that energy now, rather than try and shift out of that waiting energy, and like your life is on hold. We can see the past here, the Ten of Swords. So this was a painful situation, something that really pushed you to your limits, saw someone that pushed you to your limits, and that still feels quite fresh. That energy still feels quite raw, those wounds. But the Ten of Wands is about that situation has ended. There's always maybe a fear that it's going to carry on and that nothing's ever going to change, but it's almost like the worst of that situation has happened. Something like really brought you to your knees. Like the Ten of Swords is always depicted as someone who, you know, is laid on the floor, like they're just with the 10 swords in the back, like the worst has happened, like the worst fears have come true, and that feeling of kind of exhaustion and betrayal and negativity that can come with that. But it also speaks of that it is like the worst of that situation is done. So with that being in the past, that's really hopeful that it's, even though it was really painful, but it signifies that it is over. Then moving to the future, so we've got this amazing, another major arcana, the World card, with this gorgeous bee at the center here. So, and this magic again, which we can see here in the manifestation, the same magic is linked and follows through and echoes in this card. And I feel like that this position of this card is the near future. So this is the completion of a cycle with the world. So the old is closed and the new can begin. And the bee energy, I've just been thinking as we go into summer now, thinking more on the energy of the bee and how they get so much done, but they do it in a way that is not frantic. They have a calmness about them, a centeredness, and they kind of go on the way that they move. They kind of go on their way gently, and they have a very gentle energy. But they are, you know, so significant, play such a significant role in nature. And they get so much done as well, and kind of work really hard, but in the way that they also do it in such a gentle way. And I feel like that's the energy that you need to move into, and that you will be moving into, but kind of move into that as much as you can now. But the near future is also, with it being the World card, is, I feel like that promise of this wish coming in, of this wish fulfillment. Because it's just so positive, and it's this feeling of fulfillment and completion that I feel like that you're looking for, and that feels so dependent on this situation for this thing that you're longing for. So that's incredibly positive, and that being in the near future as well is really encouraging. So we've got the Six of Swords as kind of external people and situations, and what energy they're bringing and how it's affecting. And the Six of Swords can feel like an uphill battle. So maybe that's how things look and feel at the moment, and maybe other people are feeling it too with you if they're involved in this situation. But feels like things are moving too slow, and kind of obstacles might pop up in your way, and it feels like, oh God, like excuse me, could this feels such a struggle, riding the struggle bus, all of the above. And the Six of Swords, this appeared in a previous reading, but this turtle is going uphill, and what I was reading something about if you get caught in a current. So if you're in deep waters and you get caught in a current, the worst thing that you can do is fight it. You will obviously get really tired very quickly. No one can be a strong enough swimmer to fight the current. And then you'll inevitably panic, tire, and things can get really dangerous, serious, obviously, and you can drown. So the best advice is to cut across the current to shore if you are a strong enough swimmer. So in this kind of incorporating this reading, kind of get to shore. If there is a shortcut of kind of getting out of trouble quickly, then go to shore. If there isn't a way out that you feel strong enough or you feel skilled enough to do, then they would advise to just lay back and float and go with the current. And most often than not, currents won't take you out that far, and that you will pop out the other side and then be able to swim out. So just to kind of go with the flow. So through those two options, in a way, whatever feels best for you. If you can make a shortcut and get out of these difficulties that you currently experience, then that making things feel like such a struggle. If you can't, then it's like not giving up but giving in, and having a little bit more element of acceptance and just going with the flow. You're gonna have to go with the current and kind of accept and stop this. You know, there's so much pain that we're experiencing resisting a situation. And hopes and fears here for you. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and I think it's just this fear about things moving forward and progress. And at the moment, maybe you would be experiencing some real doubt if like this is actually going to happen, and that progress is too slow. Like that's what I'm feeling, like you're experiencing that it's just going too slow, it's never going to happen, and you're kind of just in that negative mindset. But with the Knight of Pentacles, things do move slowly, but all the progress that they make is real, is like the real deal. So things can, you know, move fast and burn out quickly, but with the Knight of Pentacles, things move slowly, but every step that is made is of real value, is a real foundation that's been set. So I feel like if things aren't going fast enough for you now, look back, you know, at the progress that you have made, look back at the changes that have occurred, and you might be surprised about actually how much has been done. And often, you know, people now at instant gratification of time, we're always told, you know, that just do this, this and this, and then, you know, you'll get the outcome that you need. But actually, things generally take longer than we always hope for, longer than we always think. But I feel like real progress is being made here, and real changes are happening in this situation, even things that you might not be able to see. And then we've got the final outcome here is the Hierophant, which I think is you through your adaptability, that you find success and that you are in that position. This rat is like raised up on a platform, and people are looking to this person for guidance, for reassurance. So this could be a job role that you have hoped for a really long time, like a promotion maybe, a position of power, or it may be a proposal I'm getting as well, even like, so something that people would you know, something that would be announced. It could be, so the Hierophant is also about tradition. So marriage, you know, institutions, traditional institutions. Whatever resonates, you know, whatever apply, you know what this situation is that you're longing for. But the Hierophant is about, can speak about traditional, so, you know, a managed position, in a corporate, you know, company, like I say, a marriage, pregnancy even. So all of these things, whatever, can apply to you, but it feels like something's been announced, and it's kind of like you finally get to make that announcement and share that news, and people can celebrate with you. And how you've got here really is that combination of sticking to doing what you know works, and also having the rat is, you know, known for its adaptability for survival. Like, it's absolutely incredible in that way, finding innovative ways to behave and to survive. And that's really what you've done in the past, I think, through situations that have forced, painful situations that have forced you to grow, but you have this incredible ability to adapt, and that's what you need to do now as well, to stick with that. So with the World card here being in the near future, and then this, the Hierophant, being in your final outcome, I see you having that success that you're longing for and have put so much into really as well, and kind of feel a little bit like in disbelief up here, but enjoy the success and enjoy that celebration, like when you do get there as well, like really try and take it in. I'm just going to ask for any final messages. So for pile number 3, and I'm using the medicine card, so these are power animal messages. So any final clarification for pile number 3, please. Oh, there we go. Straight off, strong message. The butterfly. So we already know straight off the bat that the butterfly is about transformation, big transformation as well, because we've seen so many major arcanas in this reading as well for you, that I feel like, you know, big changes are coming. But I'm just going to read what it says in the book here as well. The power that butterfly brings to us is akin to the air. It is the mind and the ability to know the mind or to change it. It is the art of transformation. Butterfly can give clarity to your mental process, help you organise the project you are undertaking, and assist you in finding the next step for your personal life or career. The main message to be obtained from drawing this symbol is that you are ready to undergo some type of transformation. To discern what your next move is, use the butterfly spread. So I think really it's just a confirmation of, it's acknowledging kind of what a big deal this is, this transformation that you're going through, to stick with, to kind of don't let your negative thoughts overrun you. You said it was connected to the element of air, so that's connected to the mind, so your thoughts. So with manifestation, which is very much about this process, to watch your thoughts, to keep them in alignment with where you want to go. And also I think it's acknowledging what a big transformation this is for you, and that the universe understands that as well, the importance of what you're going through, and that you will get there, you will achieve that. So I hope this has been helpful for you, pile number 3, and that it's bringing you some peace and some answers to your questions that you've got at the moment. If you did enjoy this reading, please give me a thumbs up, that would be great, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.